How you folks doing? This is my first video in a bit, and I got my podcast going, the Mexican Libertarian, at all times. Got over 60, 70, 80 episodes. Don't really know how many more. It's the best thing out, though. It's the best thing out, but I'm not here to brag. Obviously, this is a time when everybody's feeling anxious, feeling a little worried, some feeling a little panicked. But I don't stray from my message. And my message is always to, take care of yourself first, then take care of those you love. The reason being is that these very trying times is when you'll be prepared the most. Because if we're always relying on A, the government, B, anybody else, C, our parents, our employers to bail us out, then we're gonna be priming ourselves for a very big and rude awakening, which a lot of us are experiencing right now with this corona ordeal. Like I said in my last episode, a lot of people are feeling panicked. A lot of people are feeling emotionally scrambled. A lot of people are feeling a little lost. They're feeling a little angry that people are hoarding stuff. And a lot of people are turning to the government and asking and begging them for the government's help. And me and my libertarian pals and buddies and friends have known and know that these are the times when the government is chomping at their bits, they're licking their chops, they're salivating at the mouth, because anybody that was on the fence about socialism, the welfare state, etc., is going to cross that line. It's going to cross that line into accepting socialism, communism, and whatnot. And what I say to you as a fellow American is, let's help each other out. Let's not fight each other. I understand it's a scary time. I also understand that when we are the most emotionally unstable, that's when we are the most susceptible to any message. So whatever the news is telling you, knock it down a couple of notches, because they make money by selling you time. The more you watch the news, the more advertisers pay them to be on these programs. Understand, it's about money. Understand, this coronavirus was also designed to bring the economy down. The economy will crash. God forbid anybody watching this loses their job. God forbid anybody watching this loses their savings. But it will happen to many folks. And it's happening to many folks. The last thing we can do is panic. Because when we panic, those around us panic, and it turns into pandemonium. Some would say we're already there. If you were at the local grocery store, your local Costco, your local Smart and Final, your local Walmart this weekend, then you know what I'm talking about. Thankfully, though I don't believe half of what pundits and politicians tell me, thankfully it appears that the president had a meeting with head honchos from grocery stores and supermarkets across the country. I'm assuming Walmart, Costco, etc., and told them to make sure we have supplies of everything, because That's what's driving people into frantic panics. You know, like I always tell my wife, no matter how good it's going economically or how great it's going financially, we always have to put a little bit of money away. We could live on the brink, but in these times, we will be tried. Those that had reserves, those that have reserves of anything, won't be as emotional as those that were living pretty much on a shoestring budget. And I understand a lot of folks, you know, they're barely starting out in their careers. A lot of folks are older and maybe they don't have anybody to take care of them, and my heart spills for them. You know, first of all, obviously I don't want to make this video seem like I don't care about the virus. Obviously, you know, it's something that we can't ignore. Obviously, it's something that it's affecting a lot of folks, especially old folk out in Europe, Italy, and some old folk out here in Washington State. You know, my heart spills out for them. I really feel bad for folks that don't have anybody to look after them. So obviously, I don't want to minimize the situation. That being said, the rest of us that are, you know, relatively healthy, relatively able-bodied, we're the ones that folks are looking for leadership. We're the ones that need to bone up and walk with our head up and our back straight and let other folks know, hey, you know, it's my time, I'm in my prime. If need be, my children and yours will be fed, even if I have to go through some hunger, even if I have to fast for days. But that's not gonna happen. What I'm trying to tell folks is this is by design. This is my first impression was that this is a CIA operative along with DARPA aimed at the Chinese economy. So either way, since the economy is a global thing nowadays, the economy is going to crash. Some folks, like I said, are going to lose their jobs. Some folks are going to run through their savings. You know, God forbid it's you or me, but we have to be prepared. Now, as far as the virus, like I said, you know, the old folk is who we really have to look after. That's not really the pandemonium, though. That's not really a cause for pandemonium. You see, we're eating ourselves up by acting like lunatics, going out to buy everything. So we need to calm ourselves down, understand that this is by design. That should be the scary part. Understand that this is a forced economic crash. And like I told my friend, for 2 years I've been wondering, how will they bring about the next economic collapse? I got blindsided. I never really thought they'd use a virus for it, but here we are. So all we can do is look after each other, especially our old folks, especially children, all the rest of us, anywhere between, I want to say 25 and 45. You know, the world's looking to us for leadership, and we got to be ready. We got to be ready to fill those roles. You guys have a wonderful day. Stay up, stay positive. Don't give in to the panic. Remember, the news makes money the more we watch it. The news channels, the news networks make money the more we watch them.